Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Hey E, hey Lynette, hey Fam, hey Carvin, hey AK Lover, how you been? Hey Tamika, how you doing sis? Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? Hey LGG. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. But I wanted to do this live because I was feeling away. I was feeling away. I was being a little bit emotional today. I was like, you know what? We gonna set the mindset because I have a mindset for the just period. I'm not even gonna say for the week. So I'm just gonna let some people come in. I do a lot. I do. I'm exhausted because I actually was out of town since like Thursday. I literally had to catch a flight at the butt crack. I had to leave the hotel at like I think I left. I don't think it was 5 a.m. yet. Was it? Yes, it was. It was like 5:45. It's almost 6. Hey, that's my art. Fine about to tackle this heat. Oh, have fun with that. I haven't dealt with my garden yet, but I just got back in town. Hey, Jova, did I say hi to you? What up, Jova? Hey, big dog. How you doing? Hi, big dog Reg. Happy Sunday. but yeah, I went to an event this weekend and hung out with some amazing people. It was a great weekend, y'all. Some of those folks are in the chat right now that were there. I had been telling you guys about it that I was going to a regular meetup. Hey, Jags. I didn't see you come in, but I see somebody speaking. Hey, Country Hustle. How you doing? Happy Sunday. 72 and sunny in Cali. It is rainy here, but it's not raining now. It has rained, but it's nice here. It's actually kind of cold in my house, and I don't like this. What meant to grab me some socks. I got on my house shoes though. It's 77 right now outside, but it's cold in my house, or maybe it's just me. But I'm cold. But it's nice here too. But it's been raining off and on today, and I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't know how much it rained while I was gone, but I hope it did because your girl wasn't here to water, and no one else was either. So, you know, the garden had to thug it out. I am off tomorrow, so I'll go check on the community garden tomorrow. I'll look around in the backyard tomorrow. Today ain't the day. Y'all, your girl's tired. I didn't have a long flight, but yeah, it was a lot. I'm gonna hit you up, brother girl. I will be hitting you up today. I got back home today, girl. Happy Sunday. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a great time. It always is. I still missed some of my sisters that didn't make it this year, but I talked to them. I talk to them pretty regular. So yeah, there's that. But you were missed, Burner Girl. You were missed this. And there was like I said, a couple of ladies that didn't make it this year. We be doing stuff. They got great stuff happening. So it's not life in them. They actually had some great things happening right now for them that just didn't permit for them to be there. So congratulations for those things that are happening right now. But yeah, y'all, great weekend. But it's just some things that have been happening. I'm like, I just want to talk about it. I know, E. She like, I can't believe you live after all this. So I didn't really get on my socials at all, pretty much this weekend. I did click in here and there, like very few and far between. It usually was like in the evenings when I was laying down, really just trying to get sleepy. So I wasn't looking at anything in particular. Um, but I wasn't engaged in social media this past weekend. Um, until today, I kind of been on there a little bit. I've been posting on my Instagram some pictures and stuff from the event I was at. And there's a lot of people in the community that were there that are posting pictures today or may have posted pictures throughout the weekend. So I don't know if they're all being hashtag the same. I've been trying to hashtag them so that they're easier to find. And the ones that I posted are hashtagged as a regular meetup and both. I did both a regular meetup and the hashtag on 5. If anybody's looking, I did too, Erica. I did too. Now my ringer was on the whole time I was gone. So the whole time I was with you guys. So if there was someone calling or something, I would see, or if there was a text, I would see, or whatever. Because a lot of times we were texting each other because we weren't always in the same place. So yeah, there was that. But outside of that, nope. Hey Elle, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Yes. Today wasn't, but the weekend was. Today I haven't even touched one, but I did this weekend. I touched a lot of them. I didn't win none though, y'all. But we ain't gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about that part. Hey Teresa, how you doing? What up, Armel? How you doing? Miss you already, fam. Yes. Oh, thank you, Elle. Yes. Armel, you home? Did you go home today? And if you did, are you home safe? So you guys saw 2A in LA came in and said he just landed in Cali. He was at the event. Erica, my flight family was at the event. 2 Alpha Life is Armel. That's who I'm speaking to is Armel. He was at the event. That was my first time meeting Armel in person. And he's a good time. He's who he is. I didn't expect any different. I didn't. That's what's up, fam. Glad you made it home safe. Hey, she said, how you doing? In the bushes, I appreciate you, sis. So yeah, if you're not part of the 2A community, like following channels like 2A in LA, Erica, My Five Family, 2 Alpha Life, you might not be familiar with all these folks, but good time. Good time. Yeah. Fam, you can knock it off because you brought high-end firearms. Yeah. Let's ask the community about that. So the community got to finally shoot high-end firearms. Y'all, this is how, like, I don't even want to call it disrespectful, but it wasn't fair. 2A in LA and Team Blacksmith were literally set up at the same table. If you don't know about these two content creators, a lot of times 2A in LA in this community has been referred to as the 2011 King because he owns so many of them. Team Blacksmith also owns a lot. And they have high-end firearms. They're collectors. So they both brought out some fun stuff. So, and yeah, did I shoot them? Yeah. Duh. Along with other stuff, I shot something of Armel's. He brought some things out. I got to shoot some of his stuff. So yeah, it was a great time. What up, bro? You're in the garden list, and I appreciate you. Yes, I'm telling you, it was Flossin in here. Hey, Flossin, how you doing? Happy Sunday, Flossin. I haven't been to my office yet, but I know when I get there, what was sent is gonna be there. I haven't been there yet, though. I just got back today. Oh, it is, Elle. I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna put it out there because there was somebody who asked. And if you follow his content, you would know. So it's not like I'm putting his business out there. He puts the prices on his so 2A in LA, when he gets a new purchase, or if a company has sent him something that they want him to review, because he gets that a lot. A lot of these high-end manufacturers know he is the 2011 king. And so they come out with something and they want him to review it because they know that he has an audience that who is interested in that kind of those kind of firearms. So when he does that, he does like an initial impression of that firearm. He does a video of that, just his initial impression without it being shot yet or anything like that. He's just kind of looking at the build of the firearm based on, other firearms that he's handled. And then he does a full rating of that firearm. So his ratings are from 0 to 100. He's never ranked anything a 0 or 100. It's usually somewhere in between there. However, he also will tell you like what the MSRP is for those particular firearms that he's reviewing. So the 3 firearms that he brought out for the community to be able to shoot collectively range somewhere around 28,000 to 30,000. Yeah, three firearms. So you're looking at about 10 G's a piece. So if that's perspective for you, L, yeah, probably not what you're, purchasing on a daily. I know I'm not. I just get to be around the stuff when I'm at the events like this. Hey, Mama Shirley, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Hey, Angela, listening in the garden. I appreciate you, sis. How you doing? Yeah. So, and that, mind you, I don't know if you heard me say, he and Team Blacksmith had firearms at the same table. So that was just his 3. Team Blacksmith, he also, it's called Team Blacksmith for a reason. There's a team of guys, part of his group, his group of people. And there was probably, I didn't shoot everything that was at that table, but I can't remember, maybe 5 or 6 firearms over there, maybe more, but I think like 5 or 6. And I know for sure at least a couple of them, maybe 3, were 9 to 10 themselves. A piece. And that's K, 9 to 10K. Yeah. These guys are different. They different. So yeah. But it was a good time. And that's not in the militia. One dude shows up, I am the militia. That's facts. There was everything you can think of, pretty much just about out there. There was so many sponsors and stuff that were there. So that the first day we were at the range, the community members who wanted to bring out stuff to share with the rest of the community to shoot, to look at, whatever, brought those things out. I just went down the line. I shot a lot of guns that day. A lot. Anything from a pistol to AK and AR. Like I was shooting a lot of stuff. So it was a great time. It was. And then Saturday, the sponsors brought out firearms. The firearm sponsors that were there. I know there was Stellar Arms. That was the I forget the term for the channel, the main sponsor, basically. And then Fusion Firearms was there, Taurus was there, SARS was there. Who else was there, y'all? Aura Armament was there. I forget everyone who was there. Nothing like investing in what you believe in. Facts. Hey, Hey, my face strong. Hey, sis, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I seen you. Hey, G Mama, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Hey, Urban. Happy Sunday. What up, Airplane? Did you make it home safe, fam? Happy Sunday. Um, so yeah. So y'all, what y'all know it's Mindset Sunday. So something happened yesterday that kind of had me in my feelings a little bit in a good way. It wasn't a bad way. But someone approached me. So okay, so yesterday was the last day of the event. In the morning till early afternoon, we go to the range, and we were at the range. That's when the sponsors had firearms out there to look at and shoot and all those things. Okay, be safe out there, fam. I saw that. What up, Billy? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Um, whatever, whatever. Um, so in the evening, we have well, I should say we. Um, for the meetup, there's a sneaker ball. Everybody dresses up, but they wear fly sneakers. Okay. So at the sneaker ball, we have dinner. We sit around. There's usually some awards given out, recognition of some different categories and things like that. But yesterday, I had stepped out for a second. I actually presented to someone, and I didn't go back in and sit down. I kind of was standing in the doorway, and I would peep in every now and again. I was taking care of some stuff on the outside because I need to like check in at the airport because I was flying out. All the little things. Do multitasking. Somebody comes out, and she kind of looked familiar, but I didn't know who she was. I had never met her, but I thought she looked familiar. And she approaches me and she's like, "Oh my God, I finally get to meet you in person." She's like, "You're Gina versus Gina, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she tells me who she is. And I'm like, "Girl, I know exactly who she is when she says it because I've been following her for quite a while on Instagram." And I'm like, "Girl, I'm excited to meet you." Like, and I do this a lot. Like when people feel that way when they meet me, I'm like, "I'm just Gina." But hey, Jamia, I look at them like they're like this big person, like this big personality and things like that. So I get excited in that way. So when she told me who she was, I knew as soon as she said it, I was like, exactly. As soon as she said it, I'm like, yeah, I look at you every day, like in my feed. Of course, that's who you are. But it just was really, it's like always strange to me for that to be the reaction. So I I was talking to a friend about it, and last night after I got back from the sneaker ball, and I'm like, why is she so excited to meet me? Like she's the one with the to me big kind of platform, and everything. And she's like, "Well, people are watching you. You have a great personality." She's telling me all the things to in regards to that. Like she's like always supporting me. She really is. And I'm like, well, okay, yeah, I can see that. What up, bro? How you doing, sis? And so, and no, I didn't say who it was. And no, it doesn't, it's not like it's a secret, but it's not that big of a deal either. So I don't want anybody to be like, but it's cool. Anyway, it just made me think though, because I am that person who I support so many, which is why I think she kind of first noticed me because I support so many. Like if I'm following you, I'm usually following you for a reason. And I like what I see over there. Just like you guys see me mention you guys all the time in chats. Like if I'm talking about a certain thing, like I was just talking about Ro last week, I think it was, or the week before, when somebody was asking about tomatoes. I was like, oh, you need to be watching this channel because she has all the tomato varieties. Like, I don't think nobody grows as many varieties as she does. So, I'm always pushing people to different people. You just heard me do it with 2A in LA and 2 Alpha Life and Erica My Fly Family. Like, that's what I do. But when it happens in reverse, I I don't it doesn't I don't know. I don't take it as easily. It's like I'm just me. Like, they're not just them. But I just really genuinely feel like that. Like, it's weird to me. Um and it's sometimes hard for me to swallow. And I hear people say all the time to me, I've had people talk to me actually outside of the platform and like, you always seem so confident when you go live. I can never do that. I'm just too nervous and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what y'all be seeing when y'all are looking at this screen, but no, there's many people who watch this content all the time, live and otherwise, who see the behind the scenes of me having meltdowns or second guessing myself or all kinds of stuff. It happens. Like, it's not as confident as you believe it to be. Um, hey, Miss Cassandra, how you doing? Happy Sunday. It's not like I don't believe in me, like I can do the things. Of course I do, but I'm not as confident as people think I am. There's some things that just maybe you can relate to this. Like, if you know that you're good at something, it's easier for you to talk about that thing. So if you know that you're good at building stuff, to sit and have a conversation about building something, it's going to be, you're going to be able to have that conversation confidently. But when it's something that you're still feeling like you're a student at, that you're still learning, a space you're still learning in, you're not always as confident talking about it because you feel like you're still a student, you're still learning. And that's where I feel in some areas. But I've had like so many things happen. Like, that interaction yesterday was just like, that was the last one. Like, that's there's been so many other things that's happened that I'm like, wow. There was another encounter that happened yesterday. It actually happened prior. Somebody reached out to me about an event. It was a networking event. It's actually a very good networking event for me to actually be a part of. And they sent me information on it maybe, I don't know, a month and a half ago, maybe. And it's in my state, but it's not like it's in my city, but it's only a couple hours from me when I put it into to see how far it was. Thank you, Fawson. That's true. That is true. What up, RGG? I'm not talking about that today, though. Not so much in pieces, but not really. I'm leaving that for you on your live. Even though you said you was coming for me, I'm still gonna leave it for you. Hey, Miss Kia, how you doing? But this person sent me the link for it when I looked it up and everything. It was pretty pricey to go to this event. And so I was like, and they sent me a discount code. I'm like, even with the discount code, it was pretty pricey to go to this event. And I'm like, I'm going to an event already. And then to turn around and spend money to go to other event, I'm still going to have to, have a room somewhere, all these things because it's 3 days. I was like, it just might not be the right time for me to do that. And this person was at this event and brought it up again. And I kind of told them, like, I would love to go, but I don't know if I would be able to go. I just spent a lot of money to do this and blah, blah, blah. And they said, well, I might have a code that I can give you that makes it free to go to this event. And I was like, give me the dates again. And I said, let me check my calendar to make sure there's no reason I shouldn't be able to do this. And I said, give me till Monday and I'll hit you up and see if I will be able to make it. And how can I say no to that? Like, if I'm saying I can't do it because I don't want to spend the money to do it, but then the opportunity is like given to me to do it without cost. And just because they've been watching me and they've been supporting content and they really like what they see over here, they feel like I need to be in this room. And they're like, these are people that could change the trajectory of what you're doing. Like these are people that could put money into, your hands, into your pockets. And I'm like, they're like, I think you really need to be there. I'm going to see if that works out for me. I'm going to check and see if my calendar works for that, because I'm like, I need to stop making excuses for why I can't do it, because now you've taken the equation of funding out of it. And I don't have that as an excuse to not do it. So we're going to see. But that was one thing. I had something happen maybe a couple months ago, not even that long. It seems like the stuff is happening so long, it feels like it should have been longer ago, but it probably hasn't been a couple months, maybe even just a month. Hey, Miss Felicia, happy Sunday. Someone reached out to me to propose me creating something that I actually have been wanting to do, and they offered to help in funding that project. Just because, out of nowhere, they don't know that that was something I wanted to do. I didn't discuss it with this person. They had no idea. I don't even think I discussed it with anyone who could have discussed it with this person. I'm not even kidding. And yet they presented that. They just out of the blue sent me a message and said, hey, what do you think about this? I have a little money set aside and I'm willing to put, invest it in me and me doing this thing. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been working on it. I started working on something similar, but I almost finished it too. Something that's similar to it, but not exactly the same thing, but it's very similar because I want to do both. But it's just crazy that people that don't even really know me that well, they just know me through maybe we've met at an event before or they watch my content. Thank you, Leslie, and happy Sunday. It means a lot. And there's people that I talk to pretty much daily who are always encouraging me and like pushing me to do more, pushing me not to just stay in my comfort zone. And I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate it because, and trust me, I don't easily take it. Like I'm usually pushing back, I'm making reasons because it's easy to stick to what you're comfortable doing. It is. And there's challenges in stepping out of that comfort zone, and I'm always questioning myself and worrying if it's going to be good enough. how it's going to be taken, all the things. So, hey, Healing Me's. Hey, 10, 10, 10. Your last live, it's this is something, and I almost messaged you, I almost DM'd you, but I said, I wanted to give you your space to, you know, to heal, or whatever you needed to do. And I was getting set for something, this trip that I was going to. And but when I get on YouTube, it seems like every time you have a message is a time that I just randomly get on there. And I'll be like, why does she keep talking to me? And I know you weren't, but you do. You do every time. And I'm like, girl, every single time. Hey, Ramsey J, you making home safe, fam? But I am, thank you, she said. That's what I've been being told by some. I have. But it's been, even when these things have happened, these people have contacted me. These people have told me they want to do this thing, or they think I need to be in this place, or whatever the thing may be. It's overwhelming, but not in a bad way. It's just my fear gets in the way. I start getting in my head. I do. And it just be rough for me to get out of there. And I just let the thing happen. And because it keeps happening, it's just like the guns. I don't know. Well, you guys do know because I've talked about it, but I won 3 guns in less than a year. And it just kept happening. The first time, I didn't even, actually, none of the times. The first time was at the meetup I went to last year, the same meetup I just came back from. And they pulled so many tickets before it just ended up being my ticket that was pulled. The other tickets, these people didn't come. I promise. There's people in the chat that was there. There probably was like 4 or 5 tickets, if not more, pulled before the ticket that had my number on it was pulled. So every person that could have won, it was like it wasn't meant for them to be the one to win it because they weren't in the building. And then I end up winning it. The second one, I don't even want to talk about how much I probably should. It was just crazy that I won that one because I joined this channel as a member just to support, not knowing that there was going to be a gun given away. And even more so, not knowing that I would be a part of this gun giveaway. I just wanted to support the channel. And that was the only thing you had to do to support the channel to be in this giveaway. And then I win this gun. And then the other gun, somebody randomly tagged me in something, someone who doesn't normally tag me in anything. And I was like, And y'all, what's crazy? The person tagged me on April 30th. The deadline was April 30th. I saw it on May 1st. First thing in the morning, you know how you get up and you start scrolling. And I was like, this person, I know the person. So it's not like I don't know them. I'm like, oh, why would they tag me? But I just thought, this person doesn't usually do this. This must be legit. So before I noticed what the dates were and all that, I went ahead and did the same thing she did. I tagged 3 people I knew. I did all the things the page wanted you to do to enter. And mind you, I'm doing this on May 1st. Deadline was April 30th. And then I win. I get an email that afternoon that I've won. And it's crazy to me. And I'm one of those people who believe in the things happening in threes, good or bad. Sometimes you have like a streak of bad luck, and it's like, oh, there's the second thing that's happened. First thing, my tire blew. Second thing, it's just that one thing after another thing, and it typically, in my opinion, happens in threes. I believe in that, and even with good, I believe the same. And with this, I just told y'all three things. The first thing was the person reaching out to me wanting to invest in something that they know that I have a passion for. I don't want to say teaching, but kinda. And the second thing was this conference. This it's kind of like an influencers conference situation that they were sending information out to me about. And then with this influencer that came up to me yesterday, and it was just the conversation that I had with her. I was like, I got to get out of my way. I have to get out of my own way. Hey, Maurice Evans. How you doing, fam? Are y'all home or y'all driving? Because I know y'all had a long way to go. I hope y'all make it home safe travels. But hey, Miss Maria. I didn't see you come in, but I see people responding. I haven't been watching the chat as much out either. I'm trying to just get through my thoughts a little bit. And not look at the chat as much. Now I'm looking at the chat, and y'all see that's why I'm stuttering. Yeah. It could happen, Elle. You said, I wish I could be given a gun. It could happen. I didn't think it could happen for me, especially not 3 times. I did not. Heck, the event I was at this weekend, there was 4 that I'm aware of given away. I didn't win any of them. But there was 4 given away, and that's just that I can remember. So that doesn't mean that was all of them. That's just the ones I can remember off the top of my head. So yeah, I am okay. I'm just I didn't see whatever she said. That was in all caps. Hey, Jamaica. I'm just sharing some things that have come to me in the past like month or two. You know what? It just happened. Hey, TK, you supposed to be resting, girl. Y'all, most of these folks in here, some of these folks, Ramsey J, TK, Erica, Fam, Maurice Evans. Who else was in here? Armel, 2 Alpha Life. Who else did I see come in here? A regular gun guy. All these people were not in their states, their native states this weekend. They were all in Atlanta with me and 100 plus other people. I'm even more dark, y'all. I was in that sun at the range. I was like, I'm just getting darker by the second. It was cooking me, y'all. So yeah. Hey, Liddy B. You're in the bed. Somebody asked you if you were okay. Yeah, I'm okay. So I will repeat what I shared because I think I could do it without being so emotional. So that's probably why they were wondering if I was okay. Thank you, Miss Felicia. You leaving Monday? Okay. Thank you, Miss Maria. What up, Devil Row? How you doing, fam? Just crossing to Tennessee. Y'all be safe. I know you had a long drive ahead of you too. Um, had a cucumber and said I can be anything I want to. It became a problem. I love it. Um, so I was sharing that what set this off is a couple conversations I had this weekend. Um, and I only talked about the last one. I might have talked about both of them with this person, with someone else, but I had talked to one person about the at least the last one, which was an influencer that I follow on Instagram, approaching me last night at the sneaker ball, excited to be meeting me. An influencer that I follow that is, in my opinion, a larger influencer than myself, in my opinion. Um, so her being that excited to meet me, and we kind of chatted for a little bit. She told me, she came up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm so excited to meet you in person." She tells me who she is. And as soon as she told me, I'm like, I know exactly now. It's like the face came to me as soon as she said it, because I follow this page very like actively. Um, and I'm just like, girl, you are you. I didn't even know she was there. I even told her, I was like, I didn't even know you were here. I didn't see you. I didn't even know she was in the building. Now, mind you, I remember talking to a regular gun guy, and I was like, how many people are even here? Like, I haven't seen a certain number that was in my mind to be here this whole time. I will tell you, and he even made the comment. He was like, "We typically," he's like, people, so many are here, so many are there. You just collectively is actually more than you think." And when we got into the sneaker ball, yes, you can clearly see that that number was actually, yes, in the house. There was a lot of people. There was well over 100 people there, and so it's easy that I would not have seen everybody, because people were coming in at different times. Just a lot of stuff, a lot of moving pieces. Hey, Miss Cheryl, how you doing? Um, but I didn't know she was there. I hadn't seen her at all until that moment, till she came up to me, and we kind of chatted for a little bit, and everything. And she went back inside, and I was still standing outside. And then after that, and this actually did happen short. This happened after the event was over, because after the event was over, no, was it actually over yet? It was. It was after the event was over. Um, Everybody was kind of standing outside of the event. They had dessert and stuff out there, and people were just standing around talking and stuff. And I was talking to a couple guys that were there who had sent me some information for an event that's coming up not too long from now. And it's in my state. They knew it was in my state. They didn't know how close it was to me. So, but they thought this was they actually had been before. They're like, this is a great event to be going to. It definitely puts you in a room with a lot of influential people, a lot of people that can just shift the trajectory of what you're doing. And I was like, they brought it up again because they gave it to me some time ago. I looked into it and I was like, I ain't got it. That's kind of pricey. So I had this other event already paying for it. So I was like, and they're not that far apart. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. And then he says to me this weekend, yesterday when we were talking, well, if you think you're able to go, if you really think you can go, I might have a code you can use that makes it free. So how do I say no to that? unless I just don't see that I can go. So I was like, let me look at my calendar. Let me seriously look at my calendar when I get back, and I will hit you up Monday and let you know for sure. Because at this point, I'm like, I think I need to try to make that happen. So he was like, hit me up, let me know. And the that was actually the second thing that was originally presented to me, but I was saying no to it at that moment, and now it's represented, and I'm like, Bree is a whole nother conversation. Like, I mean, yes, I'll still have to get a room, but I don't have to get paid to get into the event. So, and honestly, if I just wanted to, I could come back home and just come back, because it's a couple hours, but that's not awful. Um, so that was the second thing that was presented to me. The first thing was someone wanting to invest their own hard-earned money. This is not a company. This is an individual who just reached out of nowhere. Like, hey, what do you think about getting this item created and published? And I'm willing to invest. I have money set aside that I would like to invest in it. Let me know. I'm like, first of all, they had no idea. I had literally I started talking about this particular thing, creating this particular thing. I promise y'all, I think it was last fall going into winter. So it was fall, winterish. I started talking about it, saying I was going to do it. I told like at least probably 4 people. And out of those people, I know none of those people talked to this person about this thing. I just do. So it's like the fact that out of the blue, this person thought of that. It's like, first of all, they're watching me. And second of all, they believe in what I'm doing enough for me to them to want to invest in me doing more, to be able to at some point provide this thing to my community. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm actually working on it. So at some point, you guys are going to know exactly what that is. You think it was, I might have started the conversation 2 years ago, Liddy B. You're right. But I think I got serious about the conversation last year. I think that's when I was like, I'm doing it type of attitude. I think that was like fall, winterish. I'm pretty sure. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I know we started the conversation long before that, because I think you and someone else was telling me that I needed to do it. But as far as me saying I was going to do it, I want to say that was last year. But I promise y'all, this is another thing. I started working on it when I said I was going to do it last year, and then I stopped. I just stopped. I didn't talk about it. I didn't do anything else. I got overwhelmed with all the ideas I had for it, and I just stopped. And then this person reaches out and says this. And I'm like, I was going to do it without that. I was already going to do it. So why would I not do it when someone's wanting to do that? So my goal is to make it happen before the end of this year, so that I can roll it out to the community sometime the end of the year or the beginning of the following year. That's my goal. And I am working on it actively. So yeah, I am doing that. And I think that going to this conference is going to further push me and push my excitement towards doing it even further. It's going to give me what I need to just be, for my mind and my mindset to be focused and getting it done, and not stressing myself and how it's going to come out. Just putting those thoughts on paper and then start collectively putting together the item. So yeah. Yep. Yep. Thank you. I'm tanned. Thank you, Mama Shirley. Your girl was being baked out there. This is what it looked like. I was like, I'm glad somebody likes chocolate because I was out there getting baked. At least I hope they like chocolate. But yeah, I was definitely getting baked out there. It was hot. Yeah, it's supposed to rain, and it did not. And it was hot. That sun was stunning, but we still had a good time nonetheless. So that's what it's about. It was a great weekend. It really was. It is hot in the south. The upside is in the shade. Like if we went to a shaded area, because we had some people brought chairs out and stuff, so there was places to sit or stand in the shade. There was a little bit of a breeze that made it not so bad. But where we were, where the firearms were, where we were shooting from, it was no shade, and so it was definitely hot over there. And because I was shooting everything on Friday, the girl baked. I didn't shoot anything yesterday. Nothing. I didn't even touch a firearm yesterday. I was like, I shot a lot on Friday. I went and seen what was out there. I didn't shoot anything. But yeah. So yeah, my mindset. How do I put my mindset into words? Let me think about that. My mindset will be, it's going to come to me. It's 61 there, Mama Shirley. It's 77 here. It's still 77. It was 77 an hour ago when I started this live, and it's still 77 degrees. Because I don't know. I don't know. And I haven't looked at either of my gardens. I don't know. I have to think of what words I want to use to put what my mindset will be into words. My brain is scrambling right now. But it's going to come to me. What's that. But like I said, in the beginning, if you missed that, if you came in a little later, a lot of people have told me, and some of you guys are in the chat, how confident I look up here when I do my lives. You've expressed to me how nervous you would be about going live because you haven't done it yet, or maybe when you first did it, and all those things. I was nervous. I felt like my voice was shaking for my first probably 4 or 5 lives. That's how nervous I was. Underneath this desk, my knee was like, how people rock like that with their leg? Yeah, that was happening the whole time. Because I was definitely nervous. And even now, I'm not so much nervous, but it's times that I'm just, the confidence ain't always there though. I'm just like, I don't really have a topic. I'm like, I'm just going to see where the conversation goes. But I don't want to disappoint. I want to go live. I want to show up for the community and things like that. So yeah, it was 90 there. Oh my. Because I just told you, Erica, you was there. I was in that sun. Hey, Nikki. How you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. Hey, Sunshine. How you doing, girl? Happy Sunday. So, yeah. I just feel like things happen. They keep happening. And to me, that's confirmation that you should be doing that thing. Like the confirmation is there, and stop the thoughts in your head that are trying to make you think that this is not what you're supposed to be doing, because you are. And it's funny because you guys get me in trouble so much. You guys have no idea who be watching me. People be watching me, and you guys will put an ideal out there in the chat, and trust and believe my phone will ring as soon as this live ends, and they're like, you know what? I saw somebody say XYZ. You need to do that, and I'd be like, I knew you was gonna see that. No, and they don't let me say no. That's not even no. What up, White Side? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Yes. So they don't let me do it, and I don't. Like I said, I pout, I kick and scream, but I know when people are. First of all, I know when someone's giving me these things in the best interest of me, which is a new territory a little bit for me on some levels, because I'm used to being that person who's that voice of encouragement and pushing people to do that, to walk in their purpose. You can say, and do those things that they think that they can't do, and let them see, what others are seeing in them. And now that that's happening to me, child, it's different. It is. I appreciate it though, but it's different. And y'all, I get frustrated sometimes with it because it's not always easy. It's not. Sometimes I have to do things more than once to get it right, and that frustrates me. And then when I get it right, they, want to gloat in the fact that they knew I could do it that way. And I'd be like, I mean, because I'd be frustrated, and they can tell. They can absolutely tell. You keep showing up for the community, and the community will keep showing up for you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Blossom. You truly encouraged me. Thank you. Thank you. She said, you are one of the people who got me in trouble, though. You didn't get me in trouble, but you suggested a thing that now I have to do. You'll find out later what that is, because it's going to happen, and I will share it when it happens. But just know that you were the reason behind it happening. And I will share that when it happens and remind you, in case you forgot you said thing. Oh, your inner light glows strongly and people want to pour into you. I appreciate that. You know what, it has felt good to be poured into. It has. It has felt good. And I make sure that I'm always telling the people who do that how much I appreciate it. Because it is. Yeah, I have some cheerleaders out here. I do. I have quite a bit of them who encourage me every time I feel like I can't do it. They be like, yes, you can. And they give me 20 reasons I can to my one reason I can't. The one reason I want to give that I cannot. They will give me all the reasons that I can. And then how do I argue with that? I can't. So then I'm here, and I'm, doing that thing in fear, uncertainty, and all the things, but I'm doing it. And then when it gets done, I exhale, and then I be in my feelings all over again. I'm like, working myself up so much, and here it is, I could do it. So that's my life. That's how family do. Facts. I love you too, she said. Don't ignore my text. What'd you say? I'm sorry. I probably needed to, though. I hate that I'm going off. going back because I probably didn't need to read what you said, Erica. Erica, I'm gotta go back a lot. What did you say? It should be easy to find because you come up blue. Oh, there it is. I didn't ignore it. Are you talking about my glow? Tell me yes or no if that's what you're talking about. Oh, my bad. Girl. Somebody take her phone. Somebody take her phone. I'm sick of her. No. I see this in on majority ladies evening chat. No. I was tempted to come to our G meetup. Since I live in Atlanta, Metro, meet you to LA, Miss Blackson. I just had. I wish you could have strategic. I didn't know you were in ATL. You have no idea. Even if I don't know if you have you. I mean, I think Fam's email is in his. My email is in my about. I think Fam's email is in his about. I'm sure Team Blacksmith the same way. I promise you. Had you reached out to any three of the three of us, I promise you, we would have figured that out. Because we had, like, don't get me wrong, we're at this event. We're not, it's not like you're at work and you're in a conference and you can't leave. Like you're in this room for 8 to 12 hours or whatever. It's not like that. Like we go to the range. We stay as long as we want to. I didn't stay out there the whole time. The day I went to the range and I shot a lot of guns, we got there at 10. Well, actually, we got there like 9 something. I probably left about 12:30 because a girl was cooked. I was hot. I was like, I gotta go. So you should have reached out if you had the time. I see you had other things to do, but if you had like just a window, I'm telling you, because we go from that. We literally chilled in the lobby of the hotel for hours a day, in and out. Like some of us might be down there. Some people might go up to the room and take a nap. When they got done napping, they come back down there. They go to the bar and get some food, come over, eat, we chat. Literally, it's so chill. It's so chill. Trust me. That's how our weekend was. It really was. Hey Dave, how you doing? Happy Sunday. And outside of 3 of us, you probably would have saw other people there that you would have been excited to be meeting because so many people come out. And this year was so many people I didn't meet last year that were there, that were, weren't there last year that were there this year. It was a good time. And people coming up to you and saying, hey, Gina. And I'm like, hey. And they're like, you don't know who I am, do you? I'm like, no, but you're going to tell me. And they would tell me, and it'd be like someone who's just a supporter who does not do content. So I would have never seen their face, but they come in and support. They watch my content. They like the content and everything. And they don't leave comments, but they watch and like. And that's okay. And I bet some people this weekend who literally told me that. And they told me what their names was. And I was like, I know you because I follow you on Instagram. But they also follow me on YouTube. That's how they found my Instagram. So, yeah, I wish I knew that I would have reached out to you. Yes. You know what's funny? I came in on Thursday, which is not the day the event starts. The event starts on Friday. I almost, I was this close to, and I actually mentioned it to Besha Journey because she was going to drive up and hang out with me for a little bit. but I was this close to just putting out a message like if anybody wants to meet up for lunch or something at a said place at a said time, I'll be there. But if y'all have traveled, y'all know your mind tells you that before you go traveling, that's gonna be a thing. But once you travel, you done did that airport, you done dealt with going through the stuff with traveling, you be tired. When you get to the place, the destination, you want to put those bags down somewhere and just woosah. And that's kind of how it ended up being Thursday. I mean, Thursday was very chill for me. I didn't end up, I don't even think I left the hotel to eat that day. I think I ate something at the hotel, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember leaving the hotel for food that day. Yes, we did. I did. We left for a couple. I did end up leaving the hotel that day for a little bit and got food. I did. My bad. Yes, we were at the Stockbridge. Yep. Strategic work. We were off, was it 168 or I think it was 168 or 163, something like that. I think it was 168. But yeah. It was a great time. And a lot of your ATL family pulled up. We had Tactical Tina. We had Hot Tub Tony pulled up. Coy pulled up. Who else was there from America that pulled up? Oh, Silverback, Tactical and Defense. I don't remember who else was there. That was ATL. Outside of like the gun food, he was there. They had it at Kevin Dixie's range. So yeah. But it was a good time. It really was. So if you can make one in the future, I definitely would. I mean, I think everyone goes in with this feeling like I'm not going to know anybody, or I might know a person or two, but it's going to feel awkward. Trust me, it won't. It won't. Like I don't remember every name, but I definitely remember faces from previous years. And then if the new ones that I meet this year, I will remember faces. Some of them I will remember names because some people stick out. There's some people who cut up, so they stick out. But it never feels like strangers. It just doesn't. It always just feels like you've known these people forever. You're talking to us all the time in the chat. I see you. I saw you yesterday. I was chatting with you yesterday in Film's premiere. What's so funny because Shanna and Jason was there, and we are all standing in a circle watching the premiere. Literally, I'm literally standing there with Film, Shanna, Jason. We're all standing there around each other watching. Tactical Tina was standing there, even though she's not a mod. She was chatting. She was standing right there. We're all there, like watching it and chatting with you. Even though we were at the range, we were still supporting fam, and we're still hanging out and chatting with the chat because that's what we do. Okay, you want your wrench taken. I thought we was good, but I feel like you asking for me to take your wrench now, Erica, because now you're doing too much. Talking about she was shy into herself. I don't think that is even a thing. Between her and her husband, they are out of control. Hey, 357 Gardening, how you doing? Happy Sunday. So yeah, it was great. It was funny though because we were all like, I came in and I did the welcome, and you know if you've ever been in films premieres, either I or Shanna does do that, but most times Shanna beats me to that every time, which is not even a thing. We're not racing to it. But usually she posted before. She said, "Don't take my range." Usually she posted before I do. Well, we're all at the range, so I see Shanna walking towards me, so I'll do like this. I said, "You late?" She's like, "What?" I said, "Film's premiere." She said, "Oh." She's like, "Why he got a premiere while we at the range?" So she's logging on. I was like, "It's still Saturday." Look, Bam is business. He's business as usual. It's funny. But we were all standing around together watching it. Erica was watching it too and chatting. We were all standing there together doing that. Just crazy. We are just, that's who we are. Still supporting. What up, Thomas? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Hey, Garden Flow. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Roblox. He in here? They were missed. Everybody was asking about y'all, Roblox. I was like, well, I said good things are happening for some families in the space. Just know if they could be here, they would. But they was looking for y'all. They definitely was. Your name came up a lot. Like, where you at? I'm like, he'll be here next time. Trust me, I know he will. And you was tagging me. I was like, dang, I gotta get back on track. I came home with that mindset actually. That is a mindset that I came home with. I was on the plane and I said, all right, Gina, you've been eating fries all weekend. I ain't even lying. I had fries so many times. I don't know if y'all, some of y'all do. Y'all know who Siege is. Sunshine, did I say hi to you? Just came in, didn't you? Hey, Sunshine. Siege Talks was there. I met her in person for the first time. And that's who I went out, me, her, and I had a friend that would traveled with me. One of my girlfriends went with me. And we all, that Thursday, the three of us went and got some lunch. And that's why I was trying to think if I left the hotel. We did. We got burgers and fries at this local spot that somebody recommended to us. And I got a burger and fries. I don't remember if my friend got fries or not. Siege did not. And so that night I ordered from the bar and I think I ordered wings and fries. And Siege looked at me and she said, "You sure do eat a lot of fries." I like fries. And then the next day I had something else in fries. I did. We went to a seafood spot and I had fries with that. And I like fries, okay, guys? That's my carb of choice. Stop judging me. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, so I was on the plane coming home. I was like, all right, it's time to get it together. We got to get back on track, get back at it. Because Roblox tagged me Friday. There's certain people on Instagram that we work out and we post it and tag each other. Siege does it, Big Tap, Roblox, Every Blue Moon, Fam Will, Every Blue Moon, Erica does it. So there's a few of us that's my artist always tagged in it. She has um tagged me before when she's worked out, when she's done because she does tennis. What up? You love fries too, Roblox. I'm telling you, fam. I fried it up this weekend. and did. And did. Um but I didn't do outside of that, there wasn't like a lot of sugar happening this weekend. I did have a piece of cake after the event yesterday. But outside of that, I don't think I had anything sweet like that. I don't remember. I don't think I did. I wanted something because Zoe made a pound cake that he gave the whole thing to Zach, and I never got a piece of cake. So that was a whole thing all weekend. But TK made some red beans, so I ate some red beans. And she did make cornbread, but I had went to the seafood place, so I didn't. The cornbread was gone when I got back. But it was a great time nonetheless. And you were absolutely missed. I'm not even making that up, fam. Your name came up a lot. A lot. People was like, where are you at? I'm like, he got some stuff, some good stuff happening right now. He could make it. Maybe next time. Listen, Nikki. Now, sis, let's go hang out. But don't tell nobody because I'm supposed to be getting it together. Okay. Where was I at when what was happening? Which one? What part? What part did I say? The which thing? If you talking about the seafood, you wasn't there yet. If you talking about, I don't know what else I said because I didn't get no cake, so we weren't talking about that. Did you go to? Yes, that's what we talking about, Thomas. I was there. That's why I'm so chocolate right now. I got cooked up. Yes, I just got back. I literally landed here probably about a quarter to 11. Yeah. Then I had to drive an hour or more away to go pick my daughter up from her sister, my oldest daughter's house. Yes, she had no the rib. You wasn't there for the red beans yet either. That was Friday. Friday morning. TK cooked that for Devil Rowe, who's probably still listening. But she cooked it for him. He sent me a video and said, my sis told me to send you this video. I said, you better say so. He said, since I like you, I got you. So she brought them to the hotel. But she actually shared with quite a few people. You just wasn't there yet. She brought red beans, rice, and cornbread. You wasn't there. You were late. So you missed out. The cake was still there. It was probably in Zach's room. We're not going to talk about the cake because you see how my face changes every time we bring up the cake. So don't bring up the cake no more. Zoe's like, well, next year I'll just make one for the ladies and one for the men. You didn't make one for the men. You made one for Zach. I'm just Zoe. Me and Zoe almost got in a fight. He didn't even care. He's like 6 foot something, and he thinks because he's tall and he's called Big Zoe, he could just do what he wants to do. And I'm like, sir, I will take you down. I will take you down. And his wife was there, and she gave me permission. I got permission to take him down, and Zach. Zach's wife gave me permission too. So I would deny even all facts. Deny everything. Why you say you're bad? What you say, Thomas? Why you say my bad? Oh, because I said that's what I was talking about. Me going to ATL. Yes, we were there. It was great time. Honestly, Thomas, if I want to be honest, your name came up a couple times as well. There were several people who asked, "Were you coming?" I'm not being funny. Your people were asking, like, "Is Thomas coming?" Like, I don't think so. I haven't heard him say he's coming to the meetup. So there were people who were asking about you. People in the community, guys in the community. I'm just telling you, it really happened. So they was expecting you to pull up, sir. I don't know what state you live in, and why you didn't go to the meetup, but they was looking for you. Not this year, maybe next year. They really was looking for you. Your name came up, Roblox name came up. Those are the two I remember for sure. Not that they're the only ones that came up, but that I could think of off the top of my head that were asked about, that I heard asked about. You missed out though. Team Blacksmith brought some heat. Him in the bunker. I got to shoot. You missed out. Bam. Brought some heat. You missed out. And they was at the same table showing out. I was like, y'all get on my nerves. But they weren't the only ones who brought some heat. This community got some stuff. They have some stuff. No, I didn't. I mean, nothing. I didn't win anything. It was rigged against me. It was rigged against me. And they gave away 4 guns that I'm aware of. Now, I will say the one was part of the women's conference. My girl won though. One of the ladies I'm just so happy for. She has a lot of good things happening for her right now, and she so deserved. But she won. I think it was a Smith and Wesson something, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't there. I wasn't at the women's conference because I chose to go to the range. Me and Tactical Tina like to shoot, so we skipped the women's conference for the range. Just know it might be a part of RGG's conversation on Wednesday. That's what I've heard. Yeah. But he was told. So I told him in advance. And I think Tina told Siege, which was the one keeping everything in line for the women's conference, Siege and Rita. So yeah. But it seriously was a great weekend. It's always so chill, so fun. Such a good time. I mean, it's a good time, y'all. It's a good time. And we take over the hotel. It was other people staying there. It was some older couples there that were like here for they just wanted to blend in and come on into the whole thing. I'm not even kidding you. Not even kidding you. They was like all about it. Having a good time. So that was great. Like, I don't know if anybody was staying there that was not okay with how much commotion was going on. It wasn't like we was down there like being last night was loud. Of course, that was because of the awards and all the music and all that kind of stuff. But outside of that, we just be chatting and hanging out. I mean, it's just a good time. So next time you do a live with the ladies, I will chime in. With which ladies? What do you mean? Next time you do a live with the ladies, I will chime in. Which ladies? I don't know what that means. You can speak to her twice. It's okay. She's worth that. But what ladies? Any specific ladies? And any specific topic? I'm confused. But yeah, y'all gonna have to tune in. Any of them? All right. Y'all gonna have to definitely tune in to hear like more detailed conversation about the meetup. I'm gonna let that be shared by a regular gun guy on his channel. Where he'll probably drop the link and let people come up and just talk about what they thought or what I don't know. Don't go over there saying Gina said you. I don't know what his plan is to do for the conversation for that, but I'll let that happen over there in more detail. I would just tell you it was a great time. But y'all should know that because I mean, what year have you heard us come back from one and say it wasn't? It's another year where nothing went wrong. People are like no incidents at the range. None. Like everybody is just on point. So there's not been any issues there. Definitely no issues amongst us. Like there's never been a situation where they're like, oh, we got to go break this thing up. I have not seen any of that kind of stuff. It's just everybody is just good. If anything, they probably trying to break me up. Me or TK or Erica. one of the ladies that's about to jump on one of the guys. I had to keep Erica from beating up Fam a couple times. I had to be kept from beating up Zoe a couple times. TK had to be kept from beating up Zoe. Like, the guys just got to worry about us. Year 5 without any incident. So that's great. I mean, that is absolutely great. It is a good time. It really is. We vibe. We look out for each other. We make sure everybody's good. All the things. All the things. And everybody's been good every time. It's a good time. I'm telling you, y'all. It's a good time. I don't think this hotel was ready for us. I don't think they knew really what to expect. So I think we kind of were a little overwhelming, meaning the number of us that was there, because they were not prepared in numbers of staff. Erica, I had to read that twice because I was like, that can't be what she said. I thought maybe I was tripping. My eyes was, you saw how I stared at your message. You were who? Is that your name? I don't know what that means. You were what? Well, woo? Behaved. Hmm. Hmm. I think I should see if I could get Kush to chime in the chat. Maybe I should hit him up and say, "Hey, fam, I'm live. You got a second to come over to the live?" Erica has some things to say, and I think he might, speak on the fact that you were in, Mars or somewhere out of space. You was out in the atmosphere yesterday. Yeah, because that was you. You're like, I don't remember. He said that's because you was gone. What do you mean you don't remember? You were out of here. Y'all, Erica stood in the same spot holding 2 plates of cake and other desserts, trying to remember what she was doing. I promise you. I don't know how long she stood there. I was like, because like, did you find Breezy? She said, oh, I've been standing here trying to remember who I was supposed to be looking for. She says this, and she still stands there holding these 2 plates and does not move. So I'm like, are y'all looking for Breezy? He's like, yeah. So I started looking around the room to see if I see him. I don't see him, but she's still standing there with these 2 plates. Yes, y'all, people was drinking. It was a time had last night. But I promise y'all, she did not move. And then finally, Kush took the plate that she was supposed to be giving to Breezy, and she was only left with her plate. And then my fly family did come over, and he took that plate. Yet, I think when I finally left, so because I started giving people hugs because I knew I had to fly out early, so I started hugging people like I need to go to bed. It's like 11 something. She was still standing in that spot. However, I did go upstairs and have to bring something back downstairs because I had borrowed ears from my fly family, and she was standing actually right in front of the elevator at that time. So she did eventually move, but it was hilarious. She said I was walking on water. That carpet turned into water. Facts. I tried to warn you, but you didn't listen to me. You didn't listen to me. I told you, yet you did not listen. So here we are. And what's sad is Shanna did the same thing, different reaction, because I heard nothing about Shanna. I'm afraid about that. But I think we all know that Shanna's different. But I was like, no reaction? I'm not touching nothing Shanna or Jason bring to an event. Because what? No. No. Y'all, my friend, Shannon went to bed. Okay. My friend that I took with me, y'all, me and her got dressed for the sneaker ball. We both went downstairs for the sneaker ball. I left her. She was talking to Erica and maybe somebody else. I had to go back upstairs because I forgot my lip gloss. Came back downstairs, don't see her. I go into the banquet room. I sit at a table with a couple of ladies that I talked to. Shannon was there, Tina, Tactical Tina, TK. They're all sitting at that table. And then finally, everybody starts coming in. I see Erica, but I don't see my friend. So I'm like, Erica, where Nitra at? She's like, girl, I don't know. I'm like, she was with you the last time I seen her. She's like, I ain't seen her. I said, the room starts crowding in. I'm like, maybe she went through a different door and I don't see her. She's in here sitting down eating somewhere. After I left the event and went back to my room for the night, my friend never made it to the event because they pre-partied. Her and somebody else, I'm not even gonna name because they should be ashamed of themselves. But a couple people pre-partied, and Erica did too. I'm gonna put her out there. They talked about me like a dog. Oh, you need to grow up. You're grown. You can have a drink. I'm like, y'all doing a lot. I'm not her. I'm not her. And I actually they made me a drink. I took it inside and gave it to Fam. He saw me when I was like, "Oh, you want it? Yeah, they got some more out there." I ain't doing it. So I go upstairs and my friend is in the bed, fully clothed, shoes and everything, her sneakers, everything. She never made it to the sneaker ball. That liquor caught up to her. And she was singing to the porcelain god, and she was, yeah. She never got, I don't know when she finally got out of shoes and stuff. She didn't budge when I came in. When I left out and came back, I had a whole conversation on the phone. I never heard her move. And then she said she woke up this morning and she wondered when I came in the room. She's like, when she get here? I was like, girl. And on the way to the airport, I had to pull over. Yeah. So you hear that, E? She was toe up. She was like, the words she had for Miss Who riding. I said, don't be playing with her. You was grown. You was grown. I was the one who was acting like they wasn't a grown up. But I bet you what I wasn't is drunk. Yeah. I was not incapacitated. Next year we would do better. No, y'all won't. No, you won't. I am still trying to recover. You ain't alone. You are not alone. She is too. And so is you know who. Listen, I need to check on Miss Who Riding. That's what I need to check on. 3 Sheets in the Wind. I'm telling you, Miss Shirley. When I tell you they cut up, this was before the sneaker ball started. We outside in the front of the hotel, just hanging out. Y'all, it was a thing. I'm not even gonna go into the details because, like I said, I won't put anybody out there. I throw Erica up under the bus now. I'm let some people remain nameless at the moment. They can tell on themselves, and then y'all gonna know who they are. But child, she wasn't even no lady. I feel bad for her. She had to get on the plane. Yes. Yes. But what she did, she didn't put nothing else on her stomach. So when I pulled over, she had drank some water. And that was the only thing that was in there. So I had to, that's why when I pulled over, that's all that came out. So she just wouldn't drink water or anything. Our flight was only an hour. We had a very quick flight. We got off that flight with no problem. We got through the airport when our airport is small. So we got through our airport with no problem. I got her home with no problem because I drove us to the airport. And then she was able to actually drive from her home to her mom's to get her dog and get back to her house so that she can get settled in. So, and she said when she got back, she was going to try to eat something and probably sip on some ginger ale. But yeah, they was being grown up. And I was just, I still didn't get enough sleep. Like right now, I don't know how I'm functioning. I'm functioning off about maybe 3 hours of sleep, but I didn't want to come home and go to sleep and then be up all night. So after this, if I go to sleep, I'll be fine. So I probably will go to sleep after my live and just call it a night and then start fresh tomorrow. It's going to be great to be in my own bed because some hotel beds, they be too soft for me. I like a medium bed. So they cut up, y'all. That's my art. They cut up, which honestly kind of happens, but usually it's like at the sneaker ball. I could tell you these people pre-partied so bad to where there was more than one person who wasn't really at the sneaker ball. They started there, and they did not stay. It was bad. It was bad. They cut up, bro. I'm telling you. My friend said the room started spinning and she knew she needed to get upstairs. She never made it into the room. She never ate. She never made it to the banquet because they have dinner, all that. She never made it inside. I'm like, girl. Oh, and she was just cussing this couple who had all this liquor. I said, don't be mad at them. They didn't force you to drink that stuff. You was grown. It's cracking up. But yeah, she was done with them. She said, I know if I go again, I ain't fooling with her. I can't wait till I talk to her and tell her. She was like, I ain't fooling with her. I said, I told you when we came, if you want to drink with somebody, she's the person. But I didn't say that you just need to be out there wild with her because she can go. When I went to bed, the person she was drinking with was just starting to get turned up. And she had already had a lot. You know how you got those people who could just go. She's her. She is her. But yeah, y'all. So I would suggest if you want to hear the details, more details about the event, how it went, what people think, I can probably say there might even be some sponsors that were part of the event. The lead sponsor was Stellar Arms. They could be in the chat. They could also be on the panel talking to people who knows. I want to say that they've actually said that they want to be the sponsor for next year's as well. But you just never know. That part, that's my art. But you never know. So, but there will be community members for sure talking about it. Every year there is. Every year, like I think that if it's a year that if you've been, and then there's a year you can't go, you're definitely going to have FOMO because you already know what this event is like. So it's so much like it's not about the firearms. That's a small snippet of our weekend. What we do the most this whole weekend is just spend time with each other, just chatting, catching up, talking about whatever, breaking bread. Like that's what our majority of our weekend is, to be quite honest, of the time that we spend over this weekend. That is the majority of it. It's just community fellowship. And because we're chatting with each other all the time, when we get together and those people are exactly that. It's just a good time. It is. Like last year, which is about to happen again soon. We are actually in the planning phase. But last year, we had a girls' trip. The ladies came to my city. It was me, Beshet Journey, TT's Urban Pantry, Ugo Row, FR Humphrey. And we spent, how many days were we together? 4, maybe 5, 4 or 5 days. I can't remember for sure. And yeah, that weekend was so amazing that I doing it again is like a no-brainer. Like we vibed so much. Good night, E. We vibed so much. It was so chill. We all are crafters, so we like crocheting, we like doing things with the Cricut, we like uh, doing our planners, like doing our planner spreads, just different crafty stuff. That's what we did all weekend. We went to the store, bought groceries, we cooked, and we crafted. And that it was just such a chill weekend. Like we could all be sitting in the living room just crocheting, making something. Maybe chatting here and there, maybe not. Just let's vibe into music. Like it was just great. So you just never know how I will E how you will vibe with people when you meet them in person. So with this meetup, so a lot of us talk to each other all the time. So when we get together, it's not like you don't know each other. It really isn't. And there's not that a whole lot of ladies in the space. But the numbers increase every year of how many ladies show up. There was quite a bit. I don't know exactly how many ladies were there. If I had to guess, it was more than 30. It was more than 30 ladies there. Yes, Mama Shirley. I mean, we just vibe to that. But yeah, there was definitely more than 30. It's a lot of those ladies, maybe they're not into shooting like that. They don't have to be because it's not about that. And I think when they get there, they see that and they want to come back the next year because they know it's not so much about that. Those who like to do, those who don't, they're not shamed for not. It's not like, oh, girl, you ain't go. Nobody, no, it's not like that at all. And if they just want to go and watch, they don't have to pick up a thing. They could just go watch everybody else do it, or they can go see what's out there, or they don't have to go out there at all. It's really up to each individual what they do. There's no, oh, you're going to get in trouble because you didn't do that. Like I said, I didn't go to a women's conference. Like, okay. Now RGG gives me crap about it, but it still was no biggie. Because some of us, like I said, like to shoot. So myself, Tactical Tina was like, we going to the range. And I actually rode with her to the range the second day. But yeah, we like to. We like it. So we're different. And we weren't the only ones, but just saying you don't have to. And if you're a guy, there's some guys who probably don't. There's some guys who do it all the time anyway, so they don't really, it's no biggie when they're out there. It's up to everybody. It really is. Hey, Crooked Peach. I also saw that there's some new, I was getting notifications, so I did see some people was tagging new videos for Watermelon Wars. I will be catching up as much as I can with content this weekend. I did have a video drop last week, maybe on Thursday when I left, that I haven't really been able to comment on. I think I hearted a lot of the comments, but I will go back and be doing that. Hopefully tomorrow I will be rested up. I'm with John now, so I'm about to wrap this up. I'll be rested up and I will be able to film some content because my hope is that I have a couple things ready to harvest tomorrow. I know what those things are because when I left, I thought they might be ready by the time I get back. fingers crossed that they are, because I would be excited to harvest them. So we'll see if that happens tomorrow. We'll see if that happens tomorrow. So yeah. But keep me in prayer, because I do struggle with being confident in knowing that I can get something done that's new for me. Like, yeah. So just, Lord, give me the strength to pursue those things and to get them done. And my mindset for this week will be to, I don't know, to just push through, stay focused. Stay focused. Let's say stay focused. My mindset for this week and just going forward is to stay focused. If I stay focused, I can complete the task, whatever those tasks may be. So let's try to stay focused this week and whatever that thing is that you want to get done. Okay? All right, y'all. We're not alone in that, Gina. No confidence. Yeah, we're still doing it. Facts. I don't want to say I have none, because I definitely have some. But when it's things that are new to me that I don't feel so strongly that I'm good at yet, that I feel like I'm still a student in that space, those are the things that stumble me up. Those are the things. Thomas, if you have been there, I have my hands on a couple of Team Blacksmiths items. You might think differently. I was impressed. But yeah, hey girl dad, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I will stay focused. I promise, Miss Felicia. So yeah. And we go, y'all, when the things happen, I'm probably gonna be all emotional again, like when I'm completing those tasks. But I'm gonna try not to be. I don't get on here and do the whole emotional thing, but I was feeling away as I was thinking about this thing. And I was like, you know what? That's where I'm gonna go with my conversation today, because I need to stay on task. I need to do the things and not allow myself to talk myself out of it. Because it's Gina versus what? That's why I call it that. Gina versus Gina. I'm always at battle with myself, with that voice that says yes and that voice that says girl bye. It's always a battle. So we're going to push through. All right, y'all. Let's have a great week. And I will talk to y'all actually Friday on a live. Friday, because next Friday will be my day to go live. So have a great weekend, or a great week, guys. And I'll see y'all in these streets, hopefully. All right. Bye, y'all.